If you spend any real time in an RV, you know the little problems add up fast. A blown fuse, an unlevel bed, a tank that smells, a blind spot the size of a car. The good news is that most of these headaches have a cheap fix sitting on Amazon right now. I went hunting for the RV gadgets that genuinely make life on the road smoother, safer, and a whole lot less stressful. Welcome back to Gadget Vault. Every product is linked in the description. Let's get into it. At number 10, the RV Surge Protector. This plugs in between the campground pedestal and your rig, standing guard against the messy, unpredictable power you get at parks. Bad wiring, voltage spikes, and reverse polarity can quietly fry your converter, your fridge, or your air conditioner in an instant. This little guard reads the pedestal before you ever connect, and blocks the power if something is dangerous. Most models flash an error code, so you know exactly what is wrong instead of guessing. It is weatherproof, locks onto the plug, and takes about 5 seconds to use. When one repair can cost more than the whole trip, spending a little here is the easiest insurance you will ever buy. Coming in at number 9, RV leveling blocks. Anyone who has tried to sleep on a slanted bed or watch their fridge struggle knows how much level ground matters. These interlocking blocks stack like giant building bricks, so you just build a ramp and drive your tires up until you are even. No more digging, no more stacking random scraps of wood that crack under the weight. They are lightweight, they snap together for easy storage, and they hold up under a heavy motorhome without complaint. Most kits come with enough pieces to level front to back and side to side. Getting level also keeps your absorption fridge working right, which quietly saves you from spoiled food. For the price, it is the fastest way to turn any lumpy site into a flat one. At number 8, collapsible storage bins. Space in an RV is precious, and the last thing you want is a rigid box hogging a cabinet when it is empty. These bins fold flat in seconds, then pop back up whenever you need to corral groceries, gear, or laundry. When the trip is over, they collapse down to almost nothing and slide under a bed or into a closet. They are sturdy enough to carry full, with handles that make hauling stuff from the car to the rig simple. A lot of people keep one for dry food, one for tools, and one for outdoor gear. Because they stack when full and flatten when empty, they flex with however you are packing that week. It is a small change that makes a cramped RV feel a whole lot more organized. Number 7 is the RV water pressure regulator. Campground water pressure is a total gamble, and some parks push enough pressure to burst a hose or blow a fitting inside your walls. This brass regulator screws onto the spigot before your hose and caps the pressure at a safe level automatically. That protects your plumbing, your water heater, and every connection in the rig from a slow, expensive leak. Many versions have a built-in gauge so you can actually see what you are dealing with. It is solid brass, so it will not crack in the cold or corrode after a season outside. Setup is as easy as threading it on and forgetting it is there. A single burst line can flood your whole camper, which makes this tiny fitting one of the smartest buys on the list. At number 6, the portable RV waste tank. If you are parked somewhere without a sewer hookup, this rolling tank is what keeps you from breaking camp every time your tanks fill up. You drain your black or gray water into it, then wheel it to the dump station like a heavy suitcase on wheels. That means you can stay put for days longer instead of packing up the whole rig just to empty a tank. The big tires handle gravel and grass, and a sturdy handle lets you tow it behind your car at a slow crawl. It seals tight, so there is no splashing or odor on the trip to the dump. For boondockers and long-stay campers, this is the gadget that buys you freedom. It turns a full tank from a trip ender into a minor errand. Number 5 is RV holding tank treatment. Let us be honest, the smell from an RV tank can ruin an otherwise perfect trip in about a minute. These drop-in packets or liquids break down waste and toilet paper while knocking out odor at the source. You just toss one in after you dump, add a little water, and the enzymes do the dirty work for you. Beyond the smell, they help keep your sensors reading accurately, so you are not fooled by gunk stuck to the walls. A good treatment also keeps everything flowing, so you avoid the dreaded clog far from home. Most containers hold enough doses to cover a whole season of weekend trips. It is a tiny, cheap habit that protects your nose and your plumbing at the same time. At number 4, the magnetic screen door. Camping means fresh air, but it also means every bug in the forest wants inside the second you open the door. This mesh curtain hangs over your doorway and splits down the middle with magnets that snap shut behind you. Walk through with your hands full of firewood or coffee, and it closes on its own without a latch to fumble. The fine mesh keeps out mosquitoes, flies, and gnats, while still letting the breeze roll through. It sticks up with hooks or tape in a few minutes and rolls away just as fast when you leave. Kids and pets love it because they can come and go without letting the whole swarm in. For a few dollars, you get airflow without the itchy price. Coming in at number 3, the RV Sewer Hose Kit. This is one of those jobs nobody enjoys, so a good kit makes it as clean and quick as possible. It includes a heavy-duty hose, secure bayonet fittings, and a clear elbow so you can actually see when the tank runs clear. The reinforced hose resists crushing and stretches out to reach the dump inlet, then compresses back down for storage. Tight twist-lock connections are the difference between an easy dump and a disaster you will never forget. Many kits include caps and a storage sleeve, so everything stays contained between trips. Upgrading from the flimsy hose that came with your rig is a decision you will be grateful for. When it comes to this particular chore, quality gear pays for itself the very first time. At number 2, the RV Tire Pressure Monitoring System. A blowout on a heavy rig is not just a flat. It is a genuinely dangerous event at highway speed. This system uses sensors that screw onto each valve stem and beam live pressure and temperature to a display on your dash. The moment a tire starts losing air or overheating, it warns you long before it becomes a roadside emergency. That early alert gives you time to pull over safely instead of hearing that sickening bang. It covers the trailer tires you cannot see and even watches your tow vehicle at the same time. Sensors run on tiny batteries and the monitor charges off your USB port. When you are hauling your home and family down the interstate, knowing your tires are healthy is worth every penny. And my number 1 pick, the RV Wireless Backup Camera. Backing a giant rig into a tight campsite is the moment that stresses out even experienced drivers. This camera mounts on the back of your RV and sends a clear, wide-angle view straight to a monitor up front with no long cables to run. You can finally see exactly what is behind you, from the picnic table to the tree to the kid on a bike. The wireless signal is strong enough to reach the length of a big motorhome, and night vision keeps working after dark. Many models add guidelines so you know precisely where your bumper is heading. It is the difference between calmly gliding into a spot and holding your breath while someone shouts directions. That is my number 1 pick. Every link is in the description below. If this helped, subscribe, and I will see you in the vault.